Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to be doing some routine maintenance on my Gravely ZT44HD zero-turn mower. Going to be changing the oil and filter. Going to put in a new air filter, change the spark plugs, and yeah, shouldn't be too much of a big deal. So what I'm going to do is I need to come around back here, and you've got these little, I don't know what you call those, little handle things that you're going to undo so you can remove the heat shield for the engine. Kind of a heat shield, and also it protects it so you don't run into stuff. So we're just going to undo these, and then this whole thing should move out of the way, giving you access to the oil filter and the oil drain line and the spark plugs and all that. Alright, I think I got that one off. There we go. Perfect. Got those. Now I should just be able to lift this up. There we go. Perfect. Air filter is right here, by the way. And then right here on the side is the drain for your oil. So you're going to undo this. You need to go get a wrench, figure out what size that is. And we'll just let it drain. I'll probably get my jack after I open this up and kind of tilt this over. And then if you look carefully, you can see the oil filter's right there. So after I drain most of this out, I'll get that, and I'll get a towel or something down there to catch any residue. And then you see we got spark plug wires right there. So I should be able to access those pretty easily. Yep, other one's right here. Yeah, so let me go get some tools. Well, since I'm here, and the easiest thing to get at is the air filter, so I'll just go ahead and pull that up. You've got the filter sitting right here. Let's see if I can pull this out. I don't know if I have to do the... Yeah, I do have to undo this. There's a little wing nut here. That should be enough to get this thing loose. There we go, kind of angle that up, and out it comes. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but these things are so cheap, might as well just replace it. We've got our new one here. And it's a factory Kawasaki filter. This is a Kawasaki engine, by the way. Just push that in. Boom, good to go. Now let's tighten that up. There we go. I'll probably get a little rag and clean this out too before I get this thing back in service. Yeah, I got that. And so now let me grab my wrench and everything to get the oil out. All right, so I've got my ratchet, got pliers here too. Just gonna undo this. It's a 17 millimeter. There we go, broke it free. Now we're just going to drain it into this little bucket I have here. This is kind of my junk bucket. Let all sorts of stuff go in there. And this does take quite a while. So I think I might get my jack and lift this up on one side just to help get the air flowing through there to help the oil drain all the way. I guess I could have mentioned that it might be helpful to open the oil fill thing right here too. That'll help get some air going through there. I'll just leave it cracked. So yeah, we'll wait for this to be done, come back, we'll get the filter off, and then we'll start the process of refilling it. While I'm waiting for the oil to finish draining, I'm going to go ahead and remove the spark plugs, replace those. So I just took off the spark plug wire here, got my socket. I'm just going to go in there. There we go. Here it comes. Okay, already hand loose, so I might just go ahead and put the socket on there with my, turn it with my hand instead of using the ratchet. I hate when it turns it both ways when you try to loosen the ratchet. So we'll get this off. Then I'll switch to the other side. Same job over there. Okay. And voila. That does not look that bad. So, good. This is actually the first time I've replaced the plugs. So let's go get our new one and put it in there. All right, I'm getting the new plug going by hand. Then I'll tighten the rest up with the socket and the ratchet. And I'll be careful not to over tighten it. These are porcelain, so I don't want to break it or strip out any threads or anything. Let me grab my socket and ratchet real quick. As you can hear, the oil is still draining. All right, let's get this on there. So I think that's enough. I just did like a quarter turn past where it was tight. So that should be good to go. Boom. Let's move over to the other side here. Take off the spark plug wire. There we go. Get this in there and loosen her up. There we go. Little tighter quarters here. I guess I could have put the ratchet out here. Already hand loose. So we'll get the socket in there, do it by hand, and then we'll just repeat the process. While we're still waiting for the oil to finish draining, might want to mention to you that you might also want to replace your fuel filter. The only reason I'm not doing it is because the store, both stores I went to get parts, did not have this filter in stock for some reason. There's a bug on there. Anyway, so it's right here, pretty easy. Just have the little clamps right there. You want to be careful when you do this though, so you don't spill gas everywhere. So I would hold the lines up when you do this, but I am not doing it this time. I may do it later, but they just didn't have it there when I went to the store. Okay, I let the oil drain for a few minutes, and it looks like it is done. So what I'm going to do now, I might just go ahead and put the little cap back on, but I'm going to remove the filter. I'm going to do this just so I don't get any residue leaking out while I'm trying to get the oil filter out. It's way back there, but I'm going to use my hand, but I'm going to put a paper towel back there. Let me just go ahead and move this guy back to where it normally sits. It's not all the way tight yet, but I'll do that in a minute. I'm just going to get this out of the way. All right, so let's reach in here. Probably can't see because it's so dark. Oil filter's right there, and hopefully, yep, I can just do it by hand. So there we go. Got paper towel in here to help reduce how much spilling I get. Not doing a good job. Looks like it's spilling all over my hand. Let's get this out, and I'm going to get this other filter ready real quick. I'll rub some oil around the ring and get this thing ready to go. Let's just dip my finger in here. So I always do this. That's not enough. Just get some oil on the rubber ring there to kind of help it seal. So let's get this out. I'm going to transfer it real quick, hopefully. So there's that. Where are you? And sorry, I looked away there. Okay, it has started. Let's get this thing tight. Got my paper towel down here doing a horrible job of soaking up the oil. So what I'm going to do after this, I'll take this out and clean it off. All right, got that hand tight about as much as I can, so that should be good. Let's get ready to add the oil. I am ready to add the oil to the engine, and I have this thing here. It's a little cup ratio, right, is what it's called. And this engine calls for 2 to like 2 1/4 quarts of oil. And so I know that a quart is equivalent to 32 ounces, fluid ounces. And so I'm just going to pour 16 in here, or 18 and then 14, but 16 twice, put it into the engine, and then I will check the level after it sits for a few minutes just to make sure that we are, you know, that we have the right amount of oil in there. So your results may vary. I don't know if all the different zero turns have different capacities or not. I just know that mine says 2 to 2.2. So I'm going to go ahead and add 16 ounces in here, and then we'll add it to the engine. Okay, got the funnel in place, going into the oil fill area. And so here I have, oh, it's on the other side. Let's go over here. 16 ounces of oil. So I'm just going to add it slow so it doesn't spill back out. I got everything tightened up down there so it's not going to spill out, hopefully. And so I will do this 4 times because I need 64 ounces of oil. I'll let that drain for a second. There we go. So I'm just going to do this 3 more times. 64 ounces of oil has been added, and I'm just going to let that kind of settle for a minute or two. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and put the little shield back on. So just going to get this thing lined back up where it was. And yeah, we'll reinstall those little clips. Let's see, can we see it there? There we go, perfect. Just tighten this thing up. This thing is a little bent because I've run into bushes and stuff like that, and it kind of misshaped the back end there. All right, that is started. Go over to this one. You can see it there. Take just a second to get it lined up. I say, oh, I gotta get closer, my bad. And get in there. Come on now. Of course it's gonna not want to cooperate while I'm trying to film it, right? It doesn't want to go in. Come on. There we go. All right, it bit. So let's get that. I'll just tighten these both at the same time so I don't have one torquing down a little more than the other one and getting them offline. Okay. That one's pretty much tight. Let's pull that in. And I think we're about good. As I said, this thing's a little bent just from running into junk. When you back into fences and all that, you can see it's slightly off down here, but not a big deal. It's just protecting that. So I think we're good now to check the oil level. All right, I cleaned up the filler, so we're just going to put it down in there. Put the cap all the way down. Give myself a paper towel to be ready. And we'll just pull this out and see where it's reading. Looks like it's full. Maybe a little more than full. I only put 2 quarts in there. So I think once this thing turns on and gets some oil going through the filter and all that, we should be good. So I'll probably run it here in a second, and then I'll let it sit and check it again. But right now it looks like we are good. So yeah, pretty easy to do maintenance on these. I think all in all, this probably took me, I don't know, 20 minutes, and 15 of that was just waiting for the oil to drain out of the engine. So yeah, next thing to do is start it up and make sure everything's working. Okay, let's test it out. Got the brake up. Here's the key. Sounds good. I think we are good to go. So I'm going to let this idle for just a second more, and then I'll turn it off, let it sit, and I'll check the oil level one more time, and then I'll just add any if I need to. So anyway, hope this helped you out, guys. Take it easy.